To my channel. So today we are going to talk about the case of Shilie Turner. She was a young girl whose life was just brutally cut short by someone very close to her, someone that was supposed to protect her, someone that was supposed to love her unconditionally for the rest of her life. So she had a lot of things going on for her. She was a track star in her high school. She was a high school senior in William Penn High School in Philadelphia. She had a lot of things really going on for her. She was kind. She was known to be a very good girl, respectful. She was very determined to make the Olympic team and to run track for the Olympics. But her dreams, her aspirations were really cut short by by someone that was supposed to like protect her. So let's dive into this case. So this case happened in 1993, January 17th of 1993. So January 17th of 1993, Shelley met with her mom and told her mom that she was going to meet her friend Andrea, that she would want to like stay with her for a while and she would come home. But her plans as she went to her mom to tell her that being a teenager, she had planned to go and meet her boyfriend Sean Williams, but she didn't want to tell her mom that she was going to see Sean. She just told her mom that she was going to see her friend who was living like across the street from her house. So because she didn't want her mom to worry, or she didn't want her mom to tell her no, that she shouldn't visit her boyfriend, being that she was 17 at the time. So but she met with Andrea. As she got to Andrea's house, Andrea looked at her like a girl's girl, seeing that her jacket didn't really match with her clothes. So lent her daddy's jacket. So she just removed the jacket she was putting on and kept it with Andrea and wore Andrea's daddy's jacket and left to North Philly where Sean lived. So as she got when she got we got there with Sean, they had discussions, they played, and she left around 2 a.m. in the morning. So as she was going home, Sean escorted her to the bus stop, and she entered the bus and left. So the bus got to her own bus stop, and she alighted and started going home. And that was the last time she was ever seen. And when her mom, her friends didn't see her on that 18th of January in the morning to the night. Her mom didn't call the police. It was the next day, the 19th of January of 1993, that her mom, she didn't, because she didn't see her, she had called all her friends, and she called Andrea. Andrea said that she left her house. Sean also confirmed that she left his house too, and no one has seen her since she alighted from that bus. So her mom had to like alert the police, and the police got involved with the case, and they were investigating, asking different questions, asking different people questions, her friends, her community, asking everyone where is Shilie Turner. Nobody knew where she was, and her friends in school, even her classmates, her coach, her teachers, everyone got involved, and her friends in school were able to raise $6,000, and they placed it as they placed it as the money that, as in they placed it for her disappearance, that if anyone comes out with the information of her whereabouts, the person will be able to like get that money. So, and people were looking for her. Her mom printed out pamphlets, printed flyers, in fact, she even got on TV, on radio stations. They were like trying to tell everyone, to make everyone aware of Shelley's disappearance. And the whole city, the whole place, everywhere, everybody knew about this case, and people were really sharing flyers. People were looking for her, trying to see where she was. They went to the parks, to the fields, anywhere that they knew that Shelley had ever ran to, because she ran track. Most times, if her mom sent her on any errand, she would run to that place. People know her as a runner. So people were looking for her everywhere that she had ever been to. They were looking for her in parks everywhere, and she could not. No, she was not found for weeks. Nobody knew where she was, and then on 20th of February 1993, a man was walking his dog at Fairmont Park, and he saw a blue tap on the floor, and saw woman fingers sticking out of the blue tap, and he came close and raised the tap and found out that there was a decomposing body under that tap, and he alerted the police. The police came to that park because the police has already been to that park. They've searched everywhere and they couldn't see Shilie. So people were surprised. How come this Fairmont Park that is not that far from Shelley's house, how come that she was found under that blue tap when they had already searched everywhere for her? So when the police raised the tap up, they saw the body of a black woman decomposing, and when DNA was run, they found out that that was the body of Shilie Turner, and her family were told. Everywhere, the news spread around, and people were really in mourning because she was known to be a very good girl. She was a girl that had a lot of ambition. She had ambitions, and she was very determined to be able to like get it, to be able to achieve it. And on that Monday, on the Monday, that's the 18th of January, she was supposed to go for a track meet, and everybody was just so devastating. People were crying, people were in mourning of her death. And that north West Philly, the place that she walked, that people said that she alighted there, that place was not really known to be to be a very safe place. So walking in that area around 2 a.m. in the morning could spell danger. So the police were really investigating it and trying to like know who the perpetrator is, and they questioned Shelley's boyfriend, Sean. Sean said that he took her to that bus stop, and he entered the bus, and that was the last time he ever saw her. And they questioned Andrea. Andrea said that when she left her house that day, on that 17th of January, that was the last time she also saw her, and they were able to trace the bus that she entered that day. She entered that day, because Sean was able to describe everything, and they were able to like track the bus down, and the bus driver told them that Shilie actually entered the bus, and that she alighted close to her house, a few blocks from her house. And a woman also came forward and said that she saw her walking towards that direction. So the bus driver was eliminated as a suspect, and Sean too, and Andrea. So they were really trying to investigate the men in her life. They investigated her coach because she was very close to her coach. The coach had an alibi. So, but while questioning the coach also told them that Shilie doesn't really like going home that much. Even most of her friends said that she dreaded going home. So the police were like piecing one and two together, trying to see maybe she didn't have a very good rapport at home with the people at home. So they called in Clarence. Clarence was her mom's boyfriend slash her mom's boyfriend, and he was the father of Shelley's sister. So they questioned him as a man in her life too, and they were able to like clear him. So weeks were as months were going, weeks were turning into months. They were still investigating what really happened, what happened to her, what happened. Then rumors started flying around that it could be her mom, because people said that she didn't have a very good rapport at home, and she didn't have a very good rapport with her mom. So different rumors were flying around that it could be her mom that did this. It could be this person, it could be that person. So a lot of rumors were really flying around, but the police kept investigating. But the police have started like suspecting her mom too. So it wasn't until there was a day that Clarence, Andrea saw Clarence wearing the her daddy's jacket. You remember the jacket that she gave Shilie on that day that she was going to her boyfriend's house. She saw Claire. She was surprised because Vivian King, her mom, um, Shelley's mom, was saying that Shilie did not get home on that day, on the day that she disappeared, that she didn't get home. So Andrea was very surprised that she saw Clarence wearing her daddy's clothes, and that clothes wouldn't have been able to like get home without Shilie being in that house, going home, getting to her house. So well, Clarence was called in for interrogation again, and Clarence was able to establish that he was at work the day this thing was happening. The day he entered the bus, the time that she was even entering the bus around that 2 a.m., that he was at work, and his co-workers were able to like confirm his alibi that he was at work that day, that he wasn't there. And he said that he just, on the cloth hanger that was close to the door in their home, he just pulled the jacket from that cloth hanger and wore it. That he didn't know whether it's from Andrea's daddy, whether it's from, he didn't know it is for. So that he just saw that cloth and wore it. So they started investigating. After establishing that his alibi was correct, was right, so he was cleared. Then they started investigating Vivian King actively, and that was when even the rumor was growing more that she was responsible for the death of her daughter. So I don't know whether it is guilty conscience. I don't know what prompted her to make this move. But she went to a radio station to try to be interviewed so that she will clear her name. So when she got to the radio station, they were asking her questions, and she was saying, she was even off the record, before they started recording, she was talking to the interviewer and was explaining and trying to explaining herself, as she was talk so much to, because when you start explaining, you will not know when you will go off point. So she was trying to explain, and in her explanation she was describing how the murder happened, that Shilie was raising her hand to block her head because she was shot on her head, on her hands, and on the chest. So she was describing all those things, and she wouldn't have known that if she was not present at the when the murder was happening. So this really got the interviewer very, very confused. And after the interview, the one that they recorded, after the interview and Vivian King had gone, she picked her phone and called the police and told the police about what Vivian told her. And the police had to call Vivian and invited her for interrogation, for an interview. And she went to the police station, and during the interrogation they interrogated her for 15 hours. She cracked and confessed to this crime. She said that actually that Shilie got home that day, and she confronted her, why are you coming home by this time? So as she confronted Shilie just, this was her description, this was her narration, that Shilie just picked a knife from the kitchen and tried to stab her, and she fought her off, and then went and picked up her gun and put it inside her pocket, and she dragged Shilie, and her plan at first was to take her to the police station so that police will be able to like correct her, and maybe she will sleep in cell to be able to get herself and maybe understand the gravity of what she did by coming home by 2 o'clock, by 2 a.m. in the morning. But she said that when they got into the car, she drove to the police station. She passed the police station. She drove her to Fairmont Park, and when they gone down from the car, they entered the park, and Shilie start trying to like fight her, because she wanted both of them to like go into that park and fight it off. Well, forgetting to say that she was with a gun. Why will you go to you want to fight with your daughter and you have a gun? Then she said that I've never even heard where that is done, that she wants to go to the park so there will be a lot of space for her to fight with her daughter. I've never heard that before. So, and they were fighting, and she now pulled the gun and shot, because her daughter was trying to beat her or something like that. She pulled the gun and shot her daughter, shot her 6 times. Then after shooting her, she now took a, I don't know what she took, or maybe she took a rock from the floor and bludgeoned her on the head. And Shilie died. That was overkill, because shooting her 6 times, the girl must have died before she even bludgeoned her head. So that was what happened. So she was promptly arrested, and during trial, Vivian King, being the kind of mother she is, being the kind of person she is, she recanted her story. And then while she was telling that first story, while she was confessing, she said that she drank, that she has been drinking all through the evening, that it was the alcohol that impaired her judgment and made her do what she did. So when they got to court, she recanted her story, said that the police were, forced her to make that confession, that she didn't do that, that she first she recanted everything, that she didn't do that she didn't know what happened, why she said what she said, that she didn't kill her daughter. But nobody believed her, because the jury deliberated on her case for just 4 hours and came to the conclusion that she was guilty, and she was being tried for third-degree murder. According to the state of Pennsylvania, alcohol intoxication can make someone do something like that. That if someone is murdered due to alcohol intoxication or drugs intoxication, it will no longer be first-degree murder, that it will be third-degree murder. And that was what really brought down her this thing, her punishment, from where maybe it's supposed to be life imprisonment, but it brought it down to 10 to 20 years. And shockingly, Vivian served only 10 years and she was released. 10 years, that was what she served for murdering her daughter in cold blood. That was what she served. Someone that is supposed to love her daughter, cherish her daughter unconditionally, murdered her in cold blood, shot her 6 times. I can't still believe. This story it shocks me. I don't know. It shocked me, and it's still shocking me even as I'm telling the story. I cannot believe that this happened. But she was sentenced to 10 to 20 years imprisonment, being that she was tried for third-degree murder, and she served the 10 years. After 10 years, she was released. And till this day, nobody knows where she is. She's still in Philadelphia, bro. No one knows who she is. No one knows where she is. Nobody knows her. If you type in her name, you will not be able to like see any recent picture of hers. You will see her former pictures. So this is the story of Shilie Turner and her mother, Vivian King. This is how he ended. So I don't know. So what do you think? Do you think Vivian King acted because of the alcohol, or maybe she was jealous of her daughter because her daughter was so successful and all the things that she was not? What do you think about this? So please leave your thoughts and comments on the comment section, and please suggest cases that can cover on this channel. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay safe and stay curious. Bye.